would you recommend for people just starting out using Sequence? What are some financial strategies that you think would be advantageous? There's so many different ways to use Sequence, so many financial strategies in general. I think some people just want to know, like, just tell me a strategy that works. Just I'll do it. Just tell me what to do.
That's such a good point. And I hate to keep going back to this dieting and fitness analogy, but it just feels so accurate, because just like in dieting where there's keto, low carb, paleo, vegetarian, gluten free, I mean, the list goes on and on and on, right? Like, in reality, probably any of those would work if you follow them to a T, right? Like, it's all about how much you take in versus how much you expend. Obviously, there's some ancillary pieces and everybody's personal medical, aspects aside. Like, in reality, most all plans work if executed. Budgeting's the same way. Finances are the same way. If you don't spend as much as you earn, you grow your wealth. And then you want to, after that, start to diversify and invest, because you don't just want it to sit there as cash. But to get started, any of those budgeting processes, like Ramit Sethi's conscious spending plan, which I am a huge fan of, because Ramit is an awesome person, incredibly smart, and has done an amazing job of helping people understand that budgeting is, honestly, it's kind of like a 4-letter word. I don't even really like the word budgeting or budgeting itself, because it feels so restrictive, the same way that dieting does. His whole philosophy is around focusing on what you love, spending a lot of money on it, and then cutting mercilessly on everything else that doesn't bring you joy. So he's like, find the things that bring you love and bring you enjoyment and spend on those. Like, life is short. We have no idea how much time we have here. You're making money. Money is a resource. It's a resource to be used to help you live a better life and to do the things you want to do. So use it. And the conscious spending plan is great because it's about focusing, making sure your fixed expenses like mortgage, car payments, insurances, things like that are under a certain level of your, a certain percentage of your total income. He targets ideally under 50%. And then you've got your flexible spending, and then you've got your fun money. Or I think he calls it your guilt-free spending. And that is so nice, because if you can start to, it's not about cutting out the avocado toast or not going to Starbucks. Like, if you love those things, you can do it if you're disciplined in other parts of your life and not spending frivolously on the stuff that, 50 Amazon boxes a month type of stuff that ends up just becoming junk in your house, right? Like, we're all there.
Yes.
We'll probably get a doorbell ring while we're talking for an Amazon box getting delivered to my front door. So no blame on anybody. I think it's tough in our consumer and advertising driven world. But if you can, I'm a big fan of that methodology. And it's essentially the 50-30-20 principle. And